get the review from somebody who paid that money for that bike, who put that deposit down for that bike, waited for that bike to come, and they got the bike, and they had to take the bike back, and they're telling you about the Yamaha with a Yamaha suit on. Hey, Yamaha flew me out here to test this bike out. They know that we, the consumer of motorcycles, are going to stop by YouTube to find out what people are saying about the bike. So you have to take into account these things when you're thinking about who to listen to when it comes to purchasing a new bike. Oh yeah, let that tracer free. You know what I'm saying? What up, y'all? It's your boy 6 Gear Cutler. We back in it, man. It's quite early in the morning. It's about 8:20 right now. It's about 8:20. Turn on the 360, man. Get some 360 footage on this bad boy. So it's about 8:20 in the morning. Wanted to holler at y'all about, you know, bike reviews. People out there going to get a new bike and stuff like that. And how the YouTube plays a role in bike reviews and you decide which bike you're gonna get. What brought this to mind was my boy Retrill hit me up and he like, yeah man, 650 Eve Chase on 2 wheels. They doing a review on the Tracer 9 GT, man. So I'm like, okay, let me check it out, you know, like let me go to these reviews or whatever. I know about Chase on 2 wheels. I know about 650 Eve. So I'm like, all right, let me go check it out. Now, being completely honest with y'all, I didn't check out the reviews because I just didn't have time to do it this morning. Now, to be completely honest with y'all, I didn't check out the reviews because I didn't have time this morning. I had to get up and ride out. So, you know, I just saw the comment this morning that Retrill left me and I just got up and rolled out. So I didn't have time to check it out. But when I was looking for my bike, the Tracer 9 GT, I looked at pretty much all the reviews that were out there on the Tracer 9 GT and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure when you looked up your bike that you're riding now, whether you're riding a R1 to a Z250 or whatever you're riding right now, or a Harley, there's plenty of reviews out, quote unquote reviews out there, and you probably went to YouTube to figure out some of the things that people are saying about the bike and if you should get the bike or not. A new bike just dropped, the Tracer 9 GT Plus, right? It just dropped in America. So everybody's doing reviews on it. If you look at all the top motorcycle vlogs or motorcycle influencers, all of them are doing a quote-unquote review on it or a test ride on it or whatever, right? If you've been on YouTube a while and you've been looking at bike reviews, you're probably starting to notice a pattern, right? And that's what this video is about. It's not about, it's about the pattern, but it's more about why the pattern is there, what the pattern is for, and why this pattern is the way it is. So, just to be completely transparent with you guys and everything like that, this is going to be a transparent thing that I'm talking about. And this is not to rag on 650 Eve or Chase on 2 wheels or anybody out there that's doing the reviews, because these guys have been doing this stuff for a while and they're good at what they do on their channels, right? But let me tell you how this works. You know about marketing, right? Marketing companies from Yamaha, from Kawasaki, from Ducati, from any of these companies basically get online and they search out who's got a big following, right? Out of the motorcycle content providers, who's got a big following. All right, let's go back a little bit. So first off, these marketing companies and marketing departments for these companies. They know that we, the consumer of motorcycles, are going to stop by YouTube to find out what people are saying about the bike. See, in the old days, you used to have to go to the magazine and read the magazine and be like, oh, this bike has this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I want to get this bike, maybe not. Or you had to talk to somebody that sells bikes or something like that, right? Like go to the dealership and ask them about the bike. Now it's a new day and age to where I'm sure their R&D team, the research and development team, has went out there and did surveys on where do people go to get their information about new bike purchases. Actually, I know they do this because they ask you this question whenever you do a test ride for one of their bikes at like an event, at like a Yamaha event or any type of event out there, right? They gonna make you fill out a questionnaire before they give you the keys to the bike. So this is when they do their research. Where do you go to find out information about the bike, right? And what they're noticing is most of these people, that's a beautiful house out there, look at that. What they're noticing is most of these people are going to YouTube to get their information. Man, let's see what YouTube has to say. Let's see what some of the big influencers have to say about this new bike. Here's the problem with that. The companies reach out to these people. So these people aren't going to just pull up on a Yamaha and ride it, right? It's not like, oh, they got the Yamahas over there, the new Yamahas. I'm about to pull up on that new Yamaha and ride it. Oh, they got the new Kawasaki's over there. I'm about to pull up on that Kawasaki and ride it and see what it's like. And I'm going to report back to y'all and let y'all know what it's like. That's not how it goes. I know y'all don't know how it goes. I mean, I know y'all don't know. I know y'all know that's not how it goes. But I'm just reminding you that that's not how it goes. So be careful when you listening to those guys about these new bikes that are coming out. And the reason why I say be careful listening to these guys about the new bikes that are coming out is because these guys are doing sponsored reviews, okay? The companies, the motorcycle companies, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Ducati, Aprilia are reaching out to certain influencers that have big followings, and they're like, hey, we want you to test ride this bike. We want you to tell the people what's good about it. Tell the people what's quote unquote bad about it. We want you to, we're gonna give you this bike for this amount of time, ride it and kind of fill people in on what's good or bad about it. See, the second part is pretty much a little bit better because they might give the bike to a person or let the person borrow the bike. I know Chase on Two Wheels, he borrowed a couple bikes, or they loaned him a couple bikes where he can do reviews on it and stuff like that. So he had the bike for, you know, like at least over a week. So we really got to figure it out, you know what I mean? Even on the Tracer, when I looked at his reviews for the Tracer, I think he took the Tracer all the way down to Florida or something, but he rode it for a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they let him borrow the bike and he rode it for a very long time. You know what I mean? I think he did the same with the MT-10. So his reviews are going to be different because he's actually riding the bike for a while, right? Some of these other guys, and even Chase sometimes, they go to what's called an event or a press release, right? What I was joking about when I did the Aprilia review, right? They pull up, big Yamaha tent, whatever, meeting all the Yamaha guys. Hey, what's up? Having fun with the guys, brushing shoulders. And see, the reason why I'm saying this is to build up the point I'm trying to make. Yamaha's reaching out to them, and they love it. I would love it too. Hey, you know, y'all hit me up to review a bike, sure. But you got to think about that person that's reviewing the bikes for these companies. Do you want to talk bad about their bikes? Right? Because they might be like, oh man, we ain't hit him up no more. You feel me? He reviewed this bike and he was saying all the bad stuff about this bike. We're not hitting him up no more because a lot of people didn't purchase the bike after they watched his video or her video, right? If we get a bike to her, she gonna play the bike. You feel what I'm saying? She did that last time, so we're not gonna rock no more. But if he or she comes out and they're like, man, this bike is awesome, you gotta have this bike. Look at this new cool feature right here, it does this. Oh man, did you see how it can do this? If you get it to do that, then it could do this. You feel what I'm saying? It feels great. It's so smooth. It's a perfect bike. I want this bike right now. These are sponsored reviews, people. So they're kicking it with the people from the company. They, you know, not sucking up, but being nice to the people from the company. Hey, here, do a review on our bike. They know the people from that company is going to watch the review, right? So these are biased reviews. So don't look at new reviews of the bike and determine if you're going to get that bike or not, right? Don't do that. It does not work, because a lot of people are going to say good things about the bike because, one, it's biased. Two, the bike's brand new, so of course everything's working smoothly. And three, going back to the bias point, they want to keep doing reviews, so they're gonna actually kind of butter it up a little bit and be nice to the companies. Hey man, get this Z900. It's an amazing bike. Every bike that they review is gonna be amazing, quote unquote review. A lot of them haven't even ridden it but one day. And then you got to take this into account, right? Let's say you got a rider that does straight fast content. All he does is fast riding content, right? All he does is sport bike content, right? And he hops on a different type of bike, like a tracer. His review is going to be totally different than somebody that's used to riding sport touring bikes, or somebody that's used to riding naked bikes, or somebody that is riding the bikes in the twisties and maybe he only does straight lines, or maybe this person only does the twisties and this bike is for the straight line, so he doesn't. You feel what I'm saying? You got to take this into account when you're going out and looking at information on the bikes and checking out reviews and stuff like that, y'all. For instance, brakes are going to be different from a super bike to a naked bike, right? Acceleration is going to be different. The power curve is going to be different from a naked bike to a cruiser, from a cruiser to a super bike. Each bike is specifically designed for its main use case. Super bikes, their main use case is to go fast, whether it's going fast around a corner, whether it's going fast straight. Their main design use case is for going fast. Touring bikes, that's not their main goal, right? Their main goal is comfort, because you're going to be on the bike for a long time, so they're really into comfort on touring bikes. Sport touring bikes, right? Like the middle of the sport and the touring, right? Those are a combination of comfort and good quality, reliable speed. Not outrageous speed, good quality, reliable speed, but comfort, right? That's what you get with a tracer. Cruiser, comfort. You feel what I'm saying? And speed too, but you get the point, right? So a person that rides super bikes all day is going to get on a bike like this and be like, oh, the brakes aren't that good. Yeah, the brakes aren't that good. Of course they're not that good, because they're not meant to stop 200 miles per hour. They're not meant to stop 200 horsepower. You feel what I'm saying? Does that make sense? A company's not going to put extremely powerful brakes on a 200cc bike. All right, this isn't a huge exaggeration. There's no point of doing it, because the bike isn't going to go fast enough to require those massive brakes. Does that make sense? So the brakes are going to be a little bit different and stuff like that. Just small stuff like that. The seating position is going to be different. All of that. So you have to take into account these things when you're thinking about who to listen to when it comes to purchasing a new bike. Had to get past them. Here's the good. This camera is tripping. It's not even the camera. It's the SD card. Got it. Now, here's the good news. The good news is there's a way to combat that, right? Let's say you're going to look at the new Yamaha R1, the 2024 R1, right? The last thing you want to do is go to those main pages that are talking about the R1. The huge pages with huge followings talking about the R1, and they're at the press release standing next to the R1 inventor and the Yamaha representatives, and they're telling you about the Yamaha with a Yamaha suit on. Hey, Yamaha flew me out here to test this bike out. Don't listen to that review, man. That's like somebody, like if you ask somebody about their wife right in front of their wife, right? If they've been having marital issues and you ask them about their wife right in front of their wife, like, yo, how's your wife, man? She looks like a nice lady. He gonna be like, oh, she's lovely. She's such an amazing person. Just look at her. She's beautiful and gorgeous and she's nice and stuff like that. Like, oh, I just love her, right? Because she right here. He not gonna say nothing bad about her. Get on the beers a little bit later, right? You know what I'm saying? Get to chopping it up with him, and he gonna start telling you like, man, I can't take it no more, bro. I can't take it no more. But that's what I'm saying, man. These reviews are biased, but how you combat that is go to that person that has a bike, and this could even be somebody that's got 1 million subscribers, but he's known to have a R1, or he's known to have the bike that you're looking for. He had the previous generation. This what he ride now. He can give you a good review on that, right? But what you want to do is go to those pages that don't have the big following and they actually went and bought the bike. Now this is hard to do when you're trying to get the new R1 before it even came to the dealership. Hey man, I got my deposit already laid out. I know how y'all be in the comments. Hey, just put a deposit down on the new R1, man. I got the deposit, waiting for it. Bruh, you haven't even heard the bad things about the bike yet. How you got the deposit down for it and you ain't even heard the bad things about the bike? Come on, man. Quit playing. Oh, is that a lady? I think that is a lady. I'm about to get pulled over, y'all. I'm about to force the pull over, boy. Watch this wheelie, y'all. Watch this wheelie. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, I know a lot of y'all not gonna do this because y'all already put the deposit down on the bike, right? As soon as it comes to the dealership or says it's gonna be at the dealership, y'all calling the dealership. Hey, are you guys getting the new R1? And y'all putting the deposit down. I get it. I did it before, so I ain't clowning you. So I know it's. Let me see. I know what's going on with this. This is tricky right here, boy. Okay, that's. Yeah, I think that's the right way. Yeah, that's the right way. That's tricky, boy. So yeah, man. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. I did it. That's how I'm telling you the right way to do it. You know, well, not telling you. That's how I'm suggesting to you the right way to do it. Go to these pages of somebody that bought the bike. Hey y'all, I got the new R1, and I'm using specifically the R1, right? But this goes with any bike. Hey y'all, I got the new R1, man. I'm loving this bike. I'm gonna be doing reviews on this bike, man. I'm gonna do a 5,000 mile review. I'm gonna do a 10,000 mile review. Let them talk about the bike, right? He got 200 followers or something like that. He's gonna give you the real deal. He's not being paid by no company, never been paid by no company, never been sponsored by nothing. And this goes with everything. All these people that got the sponsorships and all that, that's A1. But look, they're not gonna keep it real, man. if Samsung Galaxy asked me to sponsor their phones, yeah, I'm gonna keep it real to an extent, man, but I'm not gonna keep it real like how I'm gonna keep it real if I just bought the Samsung Galaxy, you feel me? For myself. But yeah, man, so go to these smaller pages and look at what they have to say about the bike, right? Because they're gonna keep it real. That's how you combat that. Or go to a page of somebody that you trust on that type of bike. Like I said, if this guy is known for having the Aprilias, he's had all the RSV4s. He had the RSV4 back in '94. Then you can trust his review on the new RSV4. You feel what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all this so y'all go out and choose the right bike. Don't just get it because it's new. Don't just get it because so-and-so did a review on it or whatever. These companies, once again, I'm gonna say this again, the companies, the marketing department goes straight to the influencers. It's easy marketing. Hey, you work in the marketing department? Yeah, I do. What are you gonna do to get the info out about the new R1? I'm gonna go to all of the influencers that have a whole bunch of followers, and I'm gonna get them to talk about the R1. We're gonna get them to come to the press release and review the R1. That's what they're gonna do. They pulling up at the event. At the event right here is a huge, big Yamaha tent, and they giving out free shirts, water bottles, and you know, all kind of, you know, stuff to kind of butter you up to get you to talk good about the bike. And you're doing a review talking about the bike. That's biased as hell. Get the review from somebody who paid that money for that bike, who put that deposit down for that bike, waited for that bike to come, and they got the bike, and they had to take the bike back because the bike cutting off because it overheated. Or they had to take the bike back because it just cut off for no reason. It won't start. I don't know what's wrong with it. Excuse me. Or anything, right? Go see the real reviews, man. The real reviews. And they gonna give you the real deal on which bike to choose, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that, man. It's your boy 6 Gear Cutlow. That's the end of this video, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know if y'all experience some of the same stuff, man. Drop a comment down in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. And I'm gone, baby. Peace.